Dear friends and followers, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you 10 good reasons why to become a pilot. So let's get started.
1383, runway 27, clear takeoff. United 1538, number 327 on its way.
The flight training to become a pilot is relatively short compared to a doctor, for example. You need approximately 3 years of flight training to become a first officer on an airline jet, depending on the country you live in, obviously. And there are pilot careers out there where you need even less than 2 years compared to at least 10 years to become a qualified doctor. You constantly get to know new and interesting people. Your crew members change frequently, so do your passengers and everyone else involved in the industry. Don't be mistaken, there are other pilot careers out there than piloting a passenger jet. You can be a corporate pilot flying rich people around in their private planes, or do a mail run in a Cessna Caravan in the outback of Australia. The opportunities are endless. If you're a technical orientated person, flying is the job for you. During your type rating, you're going to deal with all sorts of different airplane systems, which are fairly complicated, but once you understand the technical background and how it works in daily operation, can be very satisfying. You stay at beautiful holiday destinations and get paid for it. You have overnights in different cities and you have a chance to get a closer look at your destination and bring your girlfriend on the trip with you. Okay, I admit this can vary from airline to airline, but if your company flies to long-haul holiday destinations on a weekly basis, you have a good chance that you stay there for an entire week and more or less wait until the aircraft comes back so that you can fly back home. You and your girlfriend or wife and family can fly to lower prices than other passengers. Varying from airline to airline, you have 2 to 3 flights per year entirely for free, plus you can book standby tickets throughout the year for at least half the price or less with your company or other partner airlines, which make your holiday trip fairly cheap. And I know a few low-cost carriers who let their pilots fly entirely for free to get to their holiday destinations as often as they want. Sounds pretty good to me. Flying is not a job, it's a passion. Having control over a big Airbus, a Boeing or any other plane is absolutely mind-blowing. Approaching airports you have not yet flown to give you that thrilling sensation as you are flying into the unknown. Autoland approaches into dense fog where you completely rely on your instruments and the autopilot give you a rush. Battling with adverse weather and enjoying the freedom of a visual approach and flying a big passenger jet like a little Cessna never gets old, trust me. What is the best pickup line in a club? It doesn't really matter what you say, but if the girl asks you about your job and you tell her you're a pilot, your chances are pretty high that you get the girl's attention. It's no secret, everyone knows that. Similar if you would say you're a doctor. Maybe it's the uniform or the money which attracts the women, or the fact that it's a job with a high responsibility which can be very sexy. Funny enough, there is a joke about it. How do you know there's a pilot in the room? He will tell you soon enough. And by the way, true story. I went out with my friends and one of them came up to me and said, "Oh Joe, I just met this gorgeous pilot. What a great guy." And I got into talking with him and he had no clue whatsoever about flying. He just used it as a pickup line. Very sad, but very true. The job still enjoys a huge acceptance within the public. It represents courage and power, knowledge and discipline, and pilots are respected for their skills of knowing how to control a plane and act responsively in case of emergency and getting their passengers to their destination as quickly and safely as possible. And it is still ranked as one of the most favorable dream jobs by many men.
See that blonde out front?
Should have been a pilot.
Exactly.
Pilots get paid pretty good compared to other jobs for their time they're actually at work. To give you an example, a friend of mine works as a doctor at a clinic, ticking off 50 hours per week, accumulating 200 hours per month, and I fly an average of 70 hours per month and get paid the same or even more. Also, if you're away from home, staying overnight in different cities, etc., you get paid for not sleeping in your bed. Fantastic. And what is the number one reason? No doubt about it, pilots have a lot of free time. This obviously varies from airline to airline. If you fly for a charter airline which has most of its flights during the summer season, you have a lot of free time during the winter months. Long-haul pilots might only have 8 flights per month, so approximately 20 days off, not necessarily at home but outside of the airplane. And thanks to new regulations, pilots have to have more free time in between flights, and I've added all my off days from last year, including holiday and standby duties I didn't get called out of, and I had 204 days off, which is more than half a year of free time. Not bad if you're considering the good salary. So to sum up, being a pilot is great, despite the fact what many other people say. You have a huge responsibility regarding your plane and the safety of your passengers, and therefore you get paid adequately and you need enough free time to rest and recuperate. Pilots still enjoy a big acceptance within the public and have less trouble meeting up with girls, but all the fun aside, becoming a pilot requires a lot of discipline, courage, willpower, belief in yourself, money, and a bit of luck. Me personally, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. I hope you enjoyed this short video about the top 10 reasons to become a pilot. Make sure to perform a touch and go at my Instagram account, the link is in the description below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss out any upcoming videos. See you next Thursday, all the best, your Captain Joe.